and it's designed to protect, in some cases, against wrongful criminal prosecutions. You've discussed recently about the grand jury process and about the execution of the search warrant in Mar-a-Lago, and how certainly this is indictable conduct, but should be balanced with prosecutorial discretion, due process. Why is it important to find that balance? Because indictments are so easy to come by, and that should be something kept in mind.
Look, as the former chief judge of the New York Court of Appeals says, a grand jury will indict a ham sandwich if the prosecutor wants him to do it. My mother would approve of indicting a ham sandwich, but not a tuna sandwich. But today, a grand jury will indict a tuna sandwich. And in the Mar-a-Lago situation, the committee of Congress, consisting of 7 anti-Trump Democrats and 2 anti-Trump Republicans, they would issue a subpoena to a ham sandwich if it belonged to Donald Trump. So what we're seeing is, in an attempt to get Trump, to make sure he doesn't run for re-election, liberals, people on the left, woke people, decent people, are prepared to compromise every single constitutional right, because it's more important to stop Trump from running than to support our Constitution. They remind me of the segregationists in the South, who were prepared to ignore the 14th, 13th, 15th Amendment to the Constitution because they knew that segregation was God-given, it was designed by the Constitution, the framers supported it, and they do anything to maintain a segregated community. They were wrong, and the Get Trump people are wrong. I hope Trump does get the nomination for the Republican Party, because I want my right to vote against him for the 3rd time. I don't want some court to take away my right to vote against him. Trump should be defeated in the marketplace of ideas. I take that back. I hope he doesn't get the nomination, because a fair process would deny it to him. I hope he loses in the primaries. But I don't want some court or some committee of Congress telling me, if I'm a Republican, I happen to be a Democrat, so I don't vote in primaries as a Republican, but telling me that I can't vote for my choice of president. The Constitution says only 4 things about who can run for president. You have to be 35. He was 35. You have to be born in America. He was born in America. You have to have not fought in the Civil War against the North. And, once those are satisfied, that's the end of the issue. If you want to amend the Constitution and say you have to be a good person or a decent person, or not having been indicted or not having been investigated, go ahead. But without amending the Constitution, you can't stop Trump from running by weaponizing the criminal justice system against him. Look, if he's guilty of crimes, he should be prosecuted. If Hunter Biden is guilty of crimes, he should be prosecuted. But I don't want to ever see what Stalin and Lavrenti Beria discussed come to America. Beria said to Stalin, show me the man and I'll find you the crime. And that's what's going on now. They know the man is Donald Trump, and they are searching. They're searching in Georgia. Maybe we'll find a crime there. They're searching New York City, DA. Maybe we'll find a crime there. They're searching in New York State. Maybe we'll find a crime there. They're searching in Colorado. Maybe we'll find a car there. They're searching on January 6th, what was terrible what President Trump did and didn't do, but it wasn't a crime. It was protected by the Constitution under Brandenburg. But the goal is, we know the man, Donald Trump, now find the crime. So Donald Trump will have done more harm to the Constitution, not by what he did, but by the fact that he made excuses. He gave excuses to people on the left, liberals, constitutional scholars. I'll give you another example. When I said that President Trump's speech on January 6th was protected by the Constitution, hundreds of constitutional scholars said I was wrong, that the speech was not protected by the Constitution. Every single one of them was dead wrong. The vast majority of them know it. And if the shoe were on the other foot, if a candidate named Hillary Clinton or somebody else had made the exact same speech, these same phony scholars would have said it's protected speech. And so that's clear. The same thing was true when I defended Trump on the floor of the Senate. Of course it's correct that in order to be impeached, you have to commit treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. And other high crimes and misdemeanors mean criminal type behavior akin to treason or bribery. That's what it means. That's what the framers said. That's why the framers rejected maladministration. That's why all through the 19th century, scholars and judges said you needed crime or criminal type behavior. But because it was Trump, all these phony scholars said, oh no, we've done the research. They didn't do the research. They came to the conclusion first, and then they argue that because we're scholars, we're entitled to say what we think. And so all of them, the vast, vast majority, said that the House impeachment criteria were constitutional. President Trump's speech on the 6th was not constitutionally protected. None of them passed the shoe on the other foot test. They would, virtually all of them, come out the other way if it were a Democrat or a liberal or somebody they liked, who had made the speech on January 6th or who were being impeached for non-criminal conduct, abuse of power and obstruction of Congress, clearly made up charges that would apply to 40 of our presidents.